Hello, Noble Knitter. It's Nancy Queen, and let's learn how to make this really easy textured stitch that uses only knit and purl stitches. I can't wait to show it to you, so let's dive right in. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click the bell to get notified every time I post. Knit Picks sent me a skein of their Wool of the Andes tweed yarn in worsted weight, and I have to say I loved using it for this project. The flecks of tweed show off the stitch definition beautifully. It's really soft and nice to work with, and I really enjoyed it. I will provide a link to it in the description below, as well as a link to the size 8 bamboo knitting needles that I used. I'm going to start my project by making a slip knot, and I'm using the long tail cast on, so I leave about a foot or two of yarn as my long tail so that I have enough yarn so that I can do this long tail cast on, and I'll provide a link to the long tail cast on right here. So I'm going to cast on a total of 20 stitches. You can cast on any number of stitches for your swatch or any project that you want. So let's get those stitches on the needle, and then when you're done, count them to make sure that you have the right number of stitches for your project. Row 1 is nice and easy. We're going to knit all of the stitches across the row. Now you may notice I'm holding my yarn a little bit differently. That is because I use the continental style of knitting, and I love it because it's smooth and consistent. Even on a beginning row, it's nice and smooth. So why don't you give it a try? You can check out this link here above. Row 2 is something I know you can handle. You're going to purl all of the stitches across the row. Now, it's like we're doing stockinette, knit one row, purl one row. So this is the wrong side of the work. The row we just did, which was knit, is the right side of the work. So let's purl those stitches rather, and when we get to the end of the row, I'll show you what we're going to do next. Now for row 3, we're back to the front of our work, the right side, and we're going to knit all of the stitches across the row. So right now it's still looking like normal stockinette stitch. Okay, now we're on to row 4, and this is where the magic happens. Normally if you're knitting stockinette and you're on the wrong side of your work, you would purl, but we're not. We are knitting all of the stitches across the row, and what happens when we knit on the wrong side of the work, the purl side, which is what it would be in this case, we create a garter ridge on the front of the work. So that's how the texture is created in this stitch pattern. When I finish the row and turn the work over, now I can see that garter ridge row. Here's the write-up of the project. You'll cast on any number of stitches, then you'll work knit, purl, knit, knit for rows 1 through 4, and you'll repeat that until your project is the desired length. Bind off and weave in the yarn ends. I create a new stitch pattern every week, so be sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the bell to get notified every time I post. To see another stitch pattern, check out this video on top, and below it you'll see a video that YouTube wants you to watch next. I will see you in the next video.